Hello everyone, welcome to the lesson Linear Programming, Kcse Mathematics 2018, paper 2, question number 24. Our hotel buys beef and mutton daily. The amount of beef bought must be at least 30 kg, and that of mutton must be at least 20 kg. The total mass of beef and mutton bought should not exceed 100 kg. The beef is bought at 360 shillings per kg and mutton at 480 shillings per kg. The amount of money spent on both beef and mutton should not exceed 43,200 shillings per day. Let X represent the number of kilograms of beef and Y the number of kilograms of mutton. Part A of the question, write the inequalities that represent the above information. B, on the grid provided, draw the inequalities in A above. Part C, the hotel makes a profit of Kenya shillings 50 on each bag of beef and 60 shillings on each kg of mutton. Determine the maximum profit the hotel can make. So that is a question. Let us go straight to the first part of the question, and to do that we'll need to read the statement again so that we can form the inequalities. On this part where we have all these information, you have to reread in order to understand, and this will help you to form the inequalities easily. So let's go to the first statement. The hotel buys beef and mutton daily. So the amount of beef, first one is the first one, the amount of beef must be at least 30 kg. We should have an inequality for that. And mutton at least 20 kg. Now, given that X is the one that represents beef, the number of kg for beef, and Y is what represents the number of kilograms for mutton, with this information we should have the first two inequalities. So the amount of beef must be at least 30 kg. So look at the beef, number of kg for beef is X. So at least 30 kg means what? That X should be less than or equal to 30. Not less than, but greater than. Should be greater than or equal to 30. So X should be greater than or equal to 30. That is the meaning of at least 30 kg. The mutton should be at least 20 kg. So that means that it should be greater than or equal to 20. That is what we mean by at least. At least 30 means 30 or more. That is greater than or equal to 30. Then at least 20 means greater than or equal to 20. So that is why we get the first two inequalities. So the first one will be for beef at least 30 kg. Now that one should be X, so X should be greater than or equal to 30, and then for mutton should be at least 20, so Y should be greater than or equal to 20. So those are the two inequalities. Another thing that we need to note before we proceed, since X represents the number of kg for beef and Y number of kg for mutton, X should also be greater than or equal to 0, and also Y should be greater than or equal to 0. The number of kgs for both beef and mutton should not be negative. They should be positive figures. They should be non-negative. So that is very important. Now we can proceed to the next one. The second statement is the total mass of beef and mutton bought should not exceed 100 kg. The total mass of beef and mutton, should not exceed 100 kg. So when we take the sum of the number of kg for beef and the number of kg for mutton, that will give X plus Y. And we're told that this total should not exceed 100. So it should be less than or equal to 100. That is the meaning. It should not exceed 100. So it should be less than or equal to 100. So this one is another inequality that we can form there. From there, the beef is bought at 360 shillings per bag, and mutton 480 shillings per bag. So now to get the total amount of money that is going to be spent for both beef and mutton, given that beef is bought at 360 per kg, so it will be 360 multiplied by the number of kg, that is x, then plus 480 multiplied by the number of kg for mutton. So this one should be 360 x plus 480 y. So this is, now this expression represents the amount of money that is going to be spent to buy the number of kg for beef and also certain number of kg for mutton. The amount of money spent on both beef and mutton should not exceed 43,200 per day. So we already have the expression for the amount of money that is going to be spent, which is here 360x plus 480y for both beef and mutton. Now this figure, we are told that it should not exceed 43,200. So if it should not exceed, it should be less than or equal to 43,200. So that is why we get the other inequality. So that amount should not exceed 43,200. That is how we're supposed to do it. Now when you look at these, before we proceed, we can simplify this expression, this inequality. When you divide everything by 10, we'll have 360x plus 480. Now this one will be, let me divide by 10, I get 36x plus 48y less than or equal to 432. When I divide all these all through, I divide by 12. I divide every term by 12. 36 divided by 12, I will get 3x. Then 48 divided by 12, I get 4y less than or 2. Then when I 432 divided by y, this one will give, there will be a 0 here. There's a 0 here that I skipped, 43,200. Then when you divide by this one by 10, you get 4320. That correction there. So 4320 divided by 12, this one will give 360. So those are the inequalities that you're supposed to form. Those are the inequalities that you are supposed to form from the statements that are given. So we have the first one is there. We have another one. You have these two, and then we have this one, and you also have this one, the simplified one. So those are the inequalities that are supposed to form from the statement that are given there. So that is the part A. Now on the grid provided, draw the inequalities. So now we're supposed to draw these inequalities that we have formed. We are supposed to draw them. So part B, we draw the inequalities. Now we're going to begin by the first one. X is greater than or equal to 30. X is greater than or equal to 30. So the line that we're going to draw here is x is equals to 30. That is the line. Show you how you're going to draw that. I'll show you how to do that. Then y is greater than or equal to 20. We shall draw y is equals to 20. Then there's a graph that you're going to use. Then we have the other one, x plus y less than or equal to, so x plus y is less than or equal to 100. So here we shall draw this line, x plus y is equals to 100. Now I can proceed and draw so to draw this line, we need to have at least 2 points. To draw a straight line, we need to have at least 2 points. 3 are okay for confirmation, but 2 are. Now you can still use 3 or 2. So when x is 0, y will be 100, and when y is 100, we are using these to fill. when y is me can say when y is 0, that will be easier, be simpler. When y is 0, x will be 100. So we shall use these points here to plot. So that is what we're going to use. The other inequality, let me go to the other inequality, is x is greater than or equal to 0. X is greater than or equal to 0. Here we shall just plot x is equals to 0, and this one is the y-axis. This is the line you're going to draw. Then for y is greater than 0, here we shall plot this line, and this one is the x-axis. Then the other one is 3x plus 4y. 3x plus 4y less than or equal to 360. So again, here we shall need to have 2 points to plot these. So when x, if I say x is 0, so the line that you're going to draw is 3x plus 4y is equals to 360. That's the line you're going to draw. So when x is 0, you can start by putting that. When x is 0, y will be 90. You're using this inequality, this equation, to fill these. And then we can use another one. When let's say x is 40, you can use any number, as long as that you scale, you're mindful of the scale that you're going to use. So when x is 40, if you replace this one, will be 20, 40 divided by, for this will be 60. So those 2 points are enough, but you can add another one for confirmation. Now we have everything that we need to draw the line now. The inequalities. So we have the first one is there, the second one is there, and so on. So let me just go through them. Now let's go to the graph. So the graph is here. I prepared this one in advance, and so here is the graph. Here's the graph showing the number of kgs of beef on the x-axis, the number of kgs of mutton on the y-axis. So we're going to begin by plotting this line. X is greater than 30, greater than or equal to 30. So the line that you're going to draw is x is equals to 30. X is equals to 30 is the line that you need to draw. So x is equals to 30 is this line that will pass through that point. That is the line. So this is the line, and we need to, this one is x is greater than or equal to 30. X is, let me write it well, 30. So we need to know which side do we shade. Do we shade the right hand side of that line or the left hand side? So we shade the unwanted side. So since this one is a greater, the side that is greater is the side that is to the right of that line. The one that is less than is the unwanted side, and therefore the unwanted side will be this. So the unwanted side is the side that is to the left of that line, and that is what you're going to shade. The side that is to the right is greater than and satisfies the inequality. The other line that you're going to draw is y is greater than or equal to 20. So the line that you're going to draw here is y is equals to 20. Y is equals to 20. So that is the line we need to draw. So y is equals to 20. Which line is this? The line y is equals to 20 is this line. This is that line. So y greater than is greater than or equal to 20. So do we need to shade now the top of that line or the bottom of that line? Which side is the unwanted? Since this one is greater, the side that is unwanted is the side that is less than. So the side that is below that line, this side that I'm shading is less than, and it is the unwanted. It should be greater than or equal to 20. The line should be continuous. So that is we're supposed to shade that. We go to the other one. The other line is x plus y less than or equal to 100. So the line we're going to draw is x plus y is equals to 100. We have 2 points here. When x is 0, y is 100. When x is 100, y is 0. So when x is 0, y is 100. So that is where the point should be. Then when x is 100, y should be 0. It should be here. So this is where it should be. When x is 100, y is 0. So we need to draw now a line passing through let me draw this one properly. Yeah, that is the line, and it should be continuous. So that is the line x plus y. X plus y is less than or equal to 100. Now, which side do we shade of that line? To know the side that you're going to shade, remember this is x plus, let me use a red pen here. So x plus y is less than or equal to 100. We want to know the side that you're going to shade. So I'll pick a point on any side of that line. So I'll pick the side that is to 0, 0, this side. So if I pick a point on that side 0, 0, and then I substitute these x and y. X 0, y 0. So you notice that 0, x 0, y 0, 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 is less than or equal to 100. So when you insert those values, you find that that one satisfies. That side where I've picked that point satisfies. So that side therefore is the required region. Automatically, the other side where I've not picked the line, where I've not picked my point, rather, that should be the unwanted side. You cannot have two sides that are required. One side must be the required side, then there is an unwanted side. So since the point that I've picked on the other side of the line, 0, 0, is on this side, and it has satisfied the equation, therefore that is the required region. Now the other line that you need to draw is 3x plus 4y less than or equal to 360. So 0, 90 and 40, 60. 0, 90. So 0, 90. 0, 90 is there. And the other point is 40, 60. 40, 60 is here. 40, 60 is here. You can see that. So 0, 90, I draw a line passing the 0, 90 and 40, 60. Let me use a different pen here. 0, 90. 0, 90. 0, 90. Let me see those 2 points, so it should pass through there. Ensure that it touches 0, 90 and it passes through 40, 60. So let me draw it again. Zero, that is a 40, 60, that is a point. So that is the line. So this is the line 3x plus 4y plus 4y less than or equal to 360. Again, 3x plus 4y is less than or equal to 360. I can choose a point on this side of the line, that is 0, 0, to see whether that side satisfies. And you notice that this is the left hand side will be, when you substitute x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0, you get 0 is less than or equal to 360. So that side, this side of the line, where we have 0, 0, satisfies the inequality. So automatically the other side is the unwanted. So I will shade the other at the top of that side of the line. That is where I'm supposed. So when you do that shading, then before I forget, for the other line, that is x is greater than or equal to 0. That is the y-axis. For the y-axis, you notice that the side that you're going to shade is again this side. And then for the line y is equals to 0, that is the x-axis, y greater than or equal to 0, you're going to shade the side that is below there. So I think now we have done everything. We have shaded this. X is greater than or equal to 0. That is the y-axis. For the y-axis, you can see with the side that we've shaded, the left hand side. Then for the x-axis, we have shaded below that line. So you remain with this part that is unshaded, and that is the feasible region or the required region. Any point that you get in that region satisfies all these inequalities that are here. Now we are done with that. I think now we can go to the last question now. So part C of the question: the hotel makes a profit of 50 shillings on each kg of beef and 60 shillings on each kg of mutton. Find the maximum profit the hotel can make. So what you're required to do there is to maximize the profit. Using the graph that is here that you have already obtained, we find the maximum profit, and given something that you're given there, that is it makes a profit of 50 on each kg of beef and 60 for each kg of mutton. So therefore the total profit that is obtained from these two, for mutton, this is what you're going to do. So for mutton, for beef, we can start for beef. Remember, for beef we had x kg, so the total profit for mutton will be therefore 50x. Then for mutton we had y kg, so total profit made for that, since you're given here in the statement here 60 shillings on each kg of mutton, so the total profit made on the mutton only, having y kg of mutton, would be 60y. So the total profit therefore will be represented by 50x, that is for beef, and 60y for mutton. This is what we call the objective function. That is what we call the objective function, and this is what you're going to use to either maximize or minimize the profit. In this case, we are supposed to maximize the profit. Now we need to get the number of kg for beef, that is x, number of kg for mutton, which is y, that should give maximum profit. Now how do you do this? To do this, those kgs should come from this required region. X number of kg should come from this required region. All the other sides that I've shaded, those are unwanted. So this is what we do. We're going to use the inspection method, and using the inspection method, we shall consider the corner points of the required region. The corner points of the required region are, look at them. We have this one, 30-20. We also have this one here. There's another corner point here. This is the another corner point, the corner points of the required region. Then we also have another point here, the point of intersection of this line. Then we also have another one here. So we shall test all those corner points and see which one is going to give us the maximum. So we're going to begin by using this one. Begin using this 30. This one is 30-20. The first corner point is 30-20. We shall test that, and then we also have this one here. This one is 30-68. 30-68. That one is 30-68. And then we have another one here. Another one here. There's another feasible, this corner point here, that is 80-20. So that one is 80-20. And then we have another one here. This one is 40-60. That is 40-60. So these are the corner points that we need to test and see which one will give the maximum profit. So we can use these. We are using the objective function here. So 50, remember this is x, this is y. So using the objective function, so this one will be 50. x is 30 plus 60, y is 20. We get that. Then here we have 50, x is 30 plus 68, not 68, this is a 60, then y is 68. Then this one will be 50, x is 80 plus 60 is 20. Then we have 50, x is 40 plus 60, 60. So we are simply using the objective function and then substituting the values of x and y for this point. 50, 30, then 60 multiplied by 68, and then this one, I think I already started with this one. This one is going to give 55, 80. So the first one, 50 multiplied by 30, then 60 multiplied, this will give 2700. Then 50, this one for 80, 20. This will have 50 multiplied by 80, 60. This will give 52. And then we have 40, 50 multiplied by 40, 60 multiplied by 60. This will give 5600. So those are the corner points, and we have tested them using the objective function. This is what is going to help us maximize the profit. And now you need to look, since we want to get the maximum profit, which one amongst these will give the maximum profit? And you will look at them and you notice that this one is the one that is going to give the maximum profit. So the one that is going to give the maximum profit in this case, therefore, is 5600, and that is when we use 40, 60. Now what does this one represent? 40, this is x, this is y. So x is equals to 40, and then y is equals to 60. And remember, x represents what? The number of kg of beef. Then this one, the number of kg of mutton. So the question, therefore, we're required to answer it, makes a profit, determine the maximum profit the hotel can make. So the maximum profit is there, and the maximum profit is equals to Kenyan shillings 5600. And that is simply how you're supposed to solve that question. Thank you.